You want to come join us, hon?
Hi, sweetie.
You gotta find yourself a spot. Somewhere, somehow. Like the ambient flies in the screen here.
Come lay down. Stop sniffing the blanket.
I'm ready whenever you are, by the way.
Yeah, it smells like your butt. Because you scared him so much earlier, he had a stinky butt.
I'm sorry. What?
You scared him so much earlier, he had like a stinky butt.
I didn't know that was a thing that happens with cats.
Some of them
I thought that was more skunks.
No. Go smell his butt.
I'll believe you. I'll choose to believe you.
Help and options. Download content. Ah! Don't ruin this for me, Ash.
Alright, that's good enough.
Resume game. Ah!
Oh man. Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Go Gaming. My name is Derek and today I'm joined with my lovely girlfriend Madisyn as we adventure again into the wonderful world of The Walking Dead, the Telltale game. Maddie, you're playing with fucking fire there. The cat's on the desk chair and it's like attacking her feet that she keeps on trying to put up there, and he is just all sorts of feisty right now.
Like on the blanket.
No, you just brought this upon yourself. That blanket's his now.
He almost fell off the chair because he's so committed to not letting go.
He's holding on with one hand and holding on to the blanket with the other as he's getting slowly yanked. Alright, can we resume the game, hon?
Yeah. Or wait.
What? Oh, closed captioning. Settings, maybe. Audio, visual. Oh, there we go. Subtitles. So that way you viewers at home can keep up on the story on the game that's from 2012.
Even though it's in the audio.
Yeah, it's in the audio, but you know, we're talking the whole time, so we don't know if you're going to be able to hear this or that or the other thing. Yeah. Oh, so there it is. Yeah. You gotta make decisions! You can't play with the cat, read the subtitles, commentate, and make decisions at the same time.
We're fine.
We do not want to fuck up Clementine.
No matter what we do, Clementine's a little fucked up by the end.
It says the Greens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that Herschel's last name? Isn't it Green?
Could be.
Anybody know that? Herschel from The Walking Dead show and his family. If you're thinking about like Herschel and Maggie.
It is Herschel.
Oh, it is her. What? Herschel, you look a little different. I wonder if this Herschel came before the other Herschel. Or if they were like, let's not really base them on each other.
The news says stay.
Yeah, well, that's a mistake. We hit a guy. One of those things you've been hearing about. On the road.
Who were you with? The girl?
I was with a police officer. He was giving me a ride.
Awful nice of him.
I'm an awful nice guy.
House is full up with mine. We got another displaced family of 3 sleeping in the barn. You and your daughter are welcome to rest there. We're done here. I didn't catch your name, darling.
Clementine.
Can't imagine what you've been through, Clementine.
I'm looking after her until we find her parents.
Hey, Dad. So I'm thinking, first thing tomorrow.
Oh, you're the son that dies in the show.
Doesn't seem necessary.
I don't know what
Spoilers.
you saw on TV or heard on the radio, but there's some serious shit hitting the fan. I don't think anyone knows how big it is yet.
Your son's right. You're gonna want to fortify this place.
Stuff like that doesn't happen around here, Sean.
Dad, I'm serious.
Duh.
Lee, come on.
That's city folk problems there, Sean. They go be making their chemical weapons and whatnot and having warfare. They just submit to their own mad cow disease. But out here,
We got plenty
we
of
just
space.
simple country folk. We don't know nothing about that.
Ain't no nothing bad happen out here in this damn
Yeah.
country.
Said, okay.
Sometimes
All done here.
dead is better.
Feel better tomorrow.
You ever see Pet Cemetery?
It's hot or the swelling doesn't
It gave me nightmares as a kid.
Pet Cemetery, the movie by Stephen King, in which his dad has to bury his son that got hit by a truck in a pet cemetery to bring him back to life, but the son's evil because Pet Cemetery is actually built on a Native American burial ground
Everything
or some
smells
shit,
on an
and
Native
like
American
even if
burial
that wasn't weird, like burying in a pet cemetery is weird.
tomorrow.
The fact of a pet cemetery, I don't think I've ever seen or heard of one in real life, but the kid comes back to life. But there's this whole thing where like there's this farmer who knows all about like how it's actually an Indian burial ground, but he's not telling that guy directly. So he like has this whole thing where he's like this speech, and he ends it with like, "You know what, Mr. Mormon, or you know what, Mr. McCormick, sometimes dead is better." I love
Horse
it.
Plops.
Horse plops, like horse poops.
She was like, it smells like, and I told her manure, and she's like, when a horse plops.
How far is
Uh-huh.
Santa?
Pretty far.
Oh,
So they're still outside Atlanta. That's all the same. But they parodied it also in a South Park episode where like they think Butters is dead, and like Butters' dad tries to bury him in a pet cemetery, and they have that exact same speech delivered to him. Sometimes dad is better, Mr. Was it Stotch?
So do you think they didn't know how to animate blankets,
Stop.
so that's why they don't sleep with a blanket?
It could have been a fabric thing. Because, like, their shirts are pretty stiff. They don't really flow. Like, they're part of their character model.
Slept in a barn, little lady. Lucky you don't have spiders in your hair. But I bet your daddy scared them all away, huh?
Can we, like, get a message out, a memo to this
Just
whole
'cause we're
family?
both black doesn't mean she's
Yeah.
my daughter, damn it.
She ain't my daughter.
This wouldn't happen if I was white.
I could imagine, like,
That's my Ken Jr. They call him Doug.
him saying something like, I ain't her daddy, and him being like, listen here, you're her father, and, like, you have to take responsibility for her. You can't just leave her behind. It's like, how racist is this family gonna get?
Word is you were on your way to Macon.
My family's from
It's
there.
his son. I already forget what his real name is, but his
Personally, I
nickname is
appreciate
Duck.
the company of a guy who can knock a couple
I
of
think it's,
The
like,
young
Ken
kid?
Jr. Yeah, because I think that guy's name's Ken.
But this is the family of 3 that was in the barn, right? This isn't part of the Greens.
Honey, Duck, this is Lee. And what's the girl's name?
Clementine.
Clementine.
Clementine, well, would you look at that? My son's named after an animal, and your daughter's named after a fruit.
Well, his son's name is Ken Jr., but he goes by Duck
Duck.
because he doesn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah?
You know what that reminds me of?
You can sit on the
And correct me if I'm wrong on the name, but wasn't there a commercial, it was like a Kia commercial or some shit, where it was like the dog aging up through the years and always being in a Kia, and the kid named him Duck or something?
I don't know.
Oh, because I think the dog's real name was Duke, and he called him Duck. And then, like, it's like, oh, the dog's all old and shit, and the kid's in high school, but, like, he still, like, brings him along in the car. And the dog uses, like, the assisted lift or something. I don't know. It's fucking cute.
Have to go to the bathroom or anything like that?
Lee, the young woman can take care of herself.
Yeah, okay.
So I will say the first like hard decision that shapes the game will happen really soon.
Is it whether or not to save Duck or Clementine?
No. It's whether or not to save Duck or somebody else.
It's not the most reliable pickup in the world, but it gets the job done.
And unfortunately we're gonna have to go with Duck even though I don't want to.
Kitty? How's your son doing?
Good, I think. Katya's got a sister up in Memphis.
Katya.
Coming back from visiting.
Damn, that's some Russian
Gas
name.
station, some guy grabbed my boy. I thought he was kidnapping him. I was on the fucker in about 2 seconds and... Christ. Just lucky I was there. We saw a lot of bodies before we stumbled upon Herschel's. But we're a tough family, Lee. Ain't nothing gonna faze us.
I'm like really surprised though, and I don't know if they really ever explain it in the show or if they explain it in the comics, why Herschel's farm is so without zombies. I know that like to an extent like Herschel kept his family in the barn and he kept like other wanderers by in the barn in the show, but like Alexandria in the show doesn't have zombies because there was like a quarry close by where they all kept getting stuck in the quarry and couldn't get out of the quarry. But like they didn't have anything like that for Herschel's farm. And as we saw when he was out in the woods, like shouldn't they just be wandering by, at least a few of them every now and then?
Well,
I mean, the prison was out in the middle of nowhere, and that shit had zombies out the asshole.
like, the prison had zombies because it failed. It fell, and all the prisoners got turned into zombies for the most part. As for out here, like, it's early enough that walkers haven't, like, spread out to have, like, a straggler or two. But at the same time, there's barely anybody around here. Like, he has his whole family in this house. And, like, there's not really any other buildings around here that you can see. I can't really turn around and look, but, like...
So they just haven't had the time
I've
to spread
lived
out yet.
on a farm, like... Our closest neighbor was the people who we had moved up there with, and we both owned the farm, but then the closest one after that was miles away. Like, it literally was, like, 5 or 10 miles to the next house. So, like, that's a long time of, like, stuff to cover.
For a zombie to happen by.
Not yet.
Yeah, especially because...
Back through on a fortification pass, if you will.
Like,
We'll lock this place up good.
there's no reason for it to come along.
Yeah. That shite job with that fence, by the way. It's like no semblance to any of those planks.
I'm good.
Just saying. Oh, that's kind of cute.
Okay, I can't stand that.
Look at you gotta look at the engine. Because you'll be like, oh, there's a part that he could use on his car.
Need a hand?
That'd be great. If you could cut those 2 guys to length, that'd sure speed things up.
Phew.
My dad doesn't know how bad it is.
No, it doesn't.
I saw a guy in Atlanta kill a kid. A boy. Just shot him right in the face.
Was the boy one of the walkers?
I don't even know. He was either attacking the guy or asking for help. He didn't even hesitate. He just turned. Put the
You know what?
gun right between
I want
his
to take
legs.
something back I said the last episode, the more I thought about it.
You don't
There's
see
one other good example of, like, the, fall of the world into, like, the zombie apocalypse. It's not totally, doesn't totally cover it, but it had a lot of good moments, and that would be Zombieland. Like, a lot of the times when he's giving the rules in the very beginning, and it flashes to, like, people when, like, the zombie apocalypse just started, and even just that whole opening credits sequence, like, that's, like, a pretty cool insight to, like, how, like, people genuinely would have reactions. Like, I'm just, like, my mind keeps flashing to, like, that lady who's, like, standing on the street corner, like, you know, shooting things as they're running up to her, and it's like, yeah, imagine just, like, being out in the middle of a fucking city, and then, like, just shit starts falling down all around you, and it's like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
Like, that's a big fear of mine. Like, if zombie apocalypse ever happened, like, being
feel
in the
like
wrong place at the wrong
A
time.
lot of, like, comedy zombie movies do a great job
Anyway,
of showing, like, pure reactions, but people don't take them seriously because it's a comedy movie.
Yeah. But in, like, real life, that would be the reaction we have. We wouldn't all be stoic and, you know, attack the zombies. A lot of us would be more flight than fight. Although I still don't believe people would just question it. I think people would run away or they'd fight. They wouldn't just be like, what's this? Totally unassuming. Hey, Herschel. You wear weird clothes to be a farmer. You look more like a police officer.
Kind of looks like a
How'd you get
janitor.
out of that lake?
Yeah.
I got a ride and then I was in a wreck. I walked until your boy found me.
Well, you're no worse for wear.
Really? Because my
Farm's a
leg was
nice
cut
plot of
open.
land.
Had you told me 20 years ago I'd still be doing this, I would have told you that you were full of crap. Never was a plan, having a place like this. It was in the family, and I guess so was I. Family's important. That's all that matters. You agree with that?
Was brought up.
Oh.
Yes.
Where's your family now? Parents? Wife? Girlfriend?
My parents are in Macon with my brother.
Well, I hope they're all right. But now you've got this little girl to take care of. Clementine, is it? You just stumbled up on her?
Well, there was this thing with her babysitter when we first got there, but yeah, pretty much. Okay. Wesley didn't want the blanket anymore. Just push it off the chair.
Sure. I don't know who you are or what you did. Let's say things don't get better back in the cities, or they get worse before they do. You're going to have to depend on the honesty of strangers if you're going to make it. And if those same people get to questioning yours, you're going to be in trouble.
Damn, Herschel.
You have the common sense
For a guy who doesn't believe anything's going on, you have a lot of philosophies to preach.
Go! I'll
Fucking
get my gun.
dumbass kid.
Shit's already going down.
Yep, this is the decision. I never want to go for duck, but you have to.
What do you mean you have to? Because if
go
you...
for duck, his parents won't take you.
Well, save him. Well, I'd agree with that, only because Herschel doesn't realize how serious of a thing it is yet. So in a twisted way, the only way he's going to realize that is if his son gets taken by these things, you know what I mean? Although it looks like you could still save him here. No.
You literally only get to save one.
Ow. And fucking Clementine saw the whole thing. Damn it, Clementine! Stay in the barn. But see, yeah, now Herschel will be serious about it. So it's a good decision both ways. Yeah?
He kicks you out, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's horseshit, though. You had to save the kid.
And it's the kid's fucking fault because he ran over Sean.
Get the fuck out of here!
What an asshole.
Sorry! Your son is alive. You don't get to be sorry. And you didn't even try to help.
I thought I could help them both.
Look at him. You thought wrong. And now?
Bitch, you were being all wise a minute ago, and now you're just blinded with hate and anger. Like an asshole. Well, you know what? It's really your sense of not believing in this zombie apocalypse that got you killed.
You've got that ride to Macon if you want it.
Well, but if you didn't help them, you would have just stayed with Herschel. They would have left. So that is a pretty big branch.
I
Did
think
you...
you still have to leave anyway, but like they basically shit on you the entire time and they hate you. Like I think you still end up at the same place, but they don't help you.
Have you played it both ways, or do you always save Duck?
Well, this is as far as we're going.
And it's far enough.
I don't remember. I think I watched someone play it and they saved Duck, and then when I went to play it, I think they were with me and they were like, "No, you have to save Duck. You have to save Duck," and I didn't really have a choice.
Who was playing it with you?
My ex.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Hey there. You friendly?
It was a couple years ago,
Truck's
though,
run
which
out
is
of
why it's
gas.
foggy.
Bitch, does he look friendly? He's on the ground eating somebody. I mean, I guess maybe you didn't see that at first, but, like, the position should have given it away. Is he about to get eaten anyway? Nope.
I wish. This kid's so fucking weird.
Who the hell is this? And who's that? Is that Glenn? Is one of these Glenn?
Pretty sure he's, like, Hispanic.
He's got Glenn's hat, though, isn't that it? But I guess they're not in Atlanta. I don't know. I want to keep on finding characters from the comics.
Let people die either. When I say that door stays shut no matter what, I fucking mean it. We don't know who these people are. They could be dangerous.
Worse, they could have let them right to us.
Where the hell is your humanity?
We have kids with us.
I see one little girl.
What is it?
I have to pee.
I'd go out there again in a second.
Just go.
In a minute, Clem.
She gonna piss herself?
Lily,
Those things outside don't care.
maybe you should go join him then. You'll have something in common. God damn it, Lily. You have to control these people.
Carly and Glenn just ran out there.
I don't give a flying fuck. We're in a war zone.
She's not wrong. They took
Is she gonna open the bathroom as a walker in there?
That's why I told her to wait.
Let's settle down.
Holy shit. Son of a bitch. One of them is bitten.
Oh shit.
He wasn't bitten.
Hell, he wasn't.
Was
We
he?
have to end
It didn't look like he was bitten.
over my dead body.
I like how fast people jump on these types of things.
There's no fight. He's fine.
Don't you fucking people get it? We've already seen this happen. We let someone with a bite stay in, and we all end up bitten. Shut up. We gotta throw him out, or smash his head in.
Penny, stop him!
What do we do about this guy?
I love how she's, like, screaming, but she's not looking away from her
It's
kid.
just a boy.
Yeah.
It's
Lily, I'll handle
with
this.
your heart, Dad. You need to calm down.
We reason with him.
The bloody end of an axe handle, maybe.
Nobody threatens my boy.
Everyone, chill the fuck out. Nobody is doing anything.
Shut
This is like getting real fucking intense. I'm never sure whether to believe if real humanity would come out like this in a zombie apocalypse because,
Some people would. Some people are just downright assholes.
well, yeah. But I think shows over dramatize it a bit because
your turn.
He's not
as disaster scenarios have shown us things like hurricanes and tornadoes, people usually tend to bond together and try to survive together. But this, I guess, is on a whole nother level of disaster at which, like,
States Air Force.
death is a constant factor and, like, killing somebody might actually help. But you could always play the game of, oh, if he's bitten, you know, somebody just keeps an eye on him, and then if he turns, we kill him. Like, don't kill him just to be safe.
I'm just looking out for my daughter.
No, you're just the guy arguing for killing a kid.
He's covered in muck. She'll find the bite. Watch.
She won't.
And if she does, the first thing he'll do is sink his teeth into his mom's face. Then, once she's dead, he'll probably pounce on your little girl. She'll turn fast. Then, there'll be 3.
It's a little boy. I think we can handle it.
A little boy? He'll be an uncontrollable man-eater.
Fuck this guy. First of all, I like how they made his text red. So it's like he's obviously the fucking villain in this situation.
Ow!
Oh, sorry. I accidentally kicked Maddie's cord with my foot.
My boy, Lee. My boy.
Did I hit the wrong
You didn't
button?
side with Kenny.
No, I said stop him.
clean. Not a scratch.
Not a goddamn scratch. What do you think about that?
It's Larry. And I'm fucking sorry.
Good.
Look.
Yeah, like, and why did you have to escalate it that quickly? Like, as far as we know, a bite doesn't even turn them that all quick, so we could, you know, look through it and, I don't know, that guy was just jumping to a lot of assumptions. And that's the part I don't think would happen in, like, real life. Like, people might panic, but, like, I think that they'll listen to reason and give things a little bit of time here or there. Oh, I like the noises this guy's making. Really? We had to fall over?
Yeah, of course.
Now they're gonna have to have a 10-minute argument about
Okay.
whether or not to kill you. You guys were hanging out in here and you didn't check all the fucking rooms?
You okay?
Fucking scrubs.
Just great, thanks.
And I feel like we're never gonna get a zombie apocalypse in our world. Not only because, like, that shit's pretty impossible, but, like, also because we'd be far well too prepared for it, and we'd probably beat it before it, like, destroyed humanity. Because of games like this and movies and shit, we'd be like, oh, we know not to do all the cliche, obvious shit.
I don't know.
Thank God for whatever it is. We almost died.
Is that good?
Bitch and a Richie trigger finger. That was stupid. That was.
Yeah, fucking keel over, you asshole.
Is he?
I don't know.
Die, die, die. Was he the one bitten?
It's his heart.
My pills.
Nitroglycerin pills? Yes, we're out. We've been trying to get into the pharmacy since we got here. Please try to get in there. Behind the counter where the pills are.
Bitch, I know what a pharmacy is.
There's probably another entrance. Maybe through the office.
How do you know that's an office?
Educated guess.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, they go. All these
Please get
people,
in
they
there. I'll keep an eye
stupid.
on my dad.
Everyone else should get comfy for anything.
How do you know that's an office?
Could be in here
Because it's in
tomorrow.
the back of the store and says employees only? Like,
You're right. This ain't exactly Fort
what kind of
Knox.
stupid question is that?
We need as much gas as possible so we can all get out of downtown Macon. Fast.
Agreed.
And I'll head out and get gas.
I thought his family was in Macon.
Not too far from here. Out towards the end of Peachtree. I'll work
Wouldn't
my
you
way
wanna look
towards
for
it,
them
and then move
first?
back, siphoning what I can.
Wouldn't he want to look for his family first?
You know your way around? Local?
Born and raised.
You find out
If you're gonna
why
Here's a walkie-talkie. If you
Lee
get
doesn't
into
want to
town.
look for his family anymore.
You won't need it.
Cool.
Or is this family part of the reason he got arrested?
Get with her and get back here as soon as you can.
And you,
His ex-wife
what's your
is,
name?
but
It's Lily. My dad.
Bum bum bum.
Keep a
don't you
good
think
eye
it's
on
weird
him.
that he knew
These
it
boys
was an
will work on
office?
getting you your medicine.
That's right.
Maybe he worked
You-
here?
You keep an eye on that front door. You're our lookout.
Or did he rob this store?
No.
And I'm Carly.
Okay, Carly. You'll shift in with Doug when he needs it. For now, get some rest.
Alright, well, whenever you find a convenient time to
The
pause there,
cutscene
man.
should be done, like, right now.
Yeah. Because we're running out of the time for this episode. There we
Okay.
are. Let's
Alright,
go
end it.
save. That's all the time that we have for today's episode. Running a little late on these Walking Dead ones, but that's because they're so damn interesting. We can't peel our eyes away. But until next time, stay adventurous, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.